this meeting to order at 6:30 on July 19th. All right, welcome. First item on the agenda is to accept the minutes of June 21st, 2016 meeting.
I accept.
You have to say I make a motion.
I make a motion.
Okay. I have a motion to accept the minutes from June 21st, and I second the motion. All in favor? Aye. Okay, so it passes. Nothing from Sarah. Last we heard from Sarah, her contract is on hold.
Yes.
Okay. Up next is the contract renewal for Tom. I know that you did review the contract, right?
Mhm.
And you signed it and we're good to go?
Well, I didn't sign it yet.
You didn't sign it yet.
Hoping maybe they had a change of heart and gave me another raise, but
Yeah, what you saw was what you get.
okay.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll take care of it. Do you have the original with you, Teresa?
No, I gave it to you.
The original? Oh, that's on my desk?
Oh, I picked another one. It's
Well, let me get it, and that way you can sign it.
That's fine.
You can sign it at the meeting
Sure.
and get it taken care of.
Sure. What I will do is just talk about the things we have to table, because
Yep.
Ted's not here while you run to the office,
Okay.
basically.
I'll be right back.
Not a problem. So we'll come back to number 3. Number 4 is the reorganization of the board, which will have to be tabled till next month because Ted could not make it tonight. So that'll be on our agenda next month, excuse me. And then number 5, which was the discussion of the nail salons. We did not have a chance to have a meeting yet regarding that. The meeting got postponed, so we will table that till next month as well. And just so that you and I are aware, we'll make sure Ted gets an email. The next meeting is Tuesday, August 16th at 6:30. Nope. So I better pull out of the. Are you? Okay. So you're gonna be away? Okay. So we're gonna come back to that. Tom's got that. Yes, so we'll read
What we
it.
do is fill in the dates and the signatures. That's
Sure.
all. Today's date is the 19th.
19th. It doesn't matter, that's fine. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to slide this to you.
Hmm?
I just saw my kids over to
There you go. Oh, gee, no.
you. He was slow on that.
No, it was slow. I missed that paragraph.
Okay, so we're good with that. Basically, we can't reorganize the board tonight. I tabled that till next month. And I tabled the inspection of nail salons because we haven't had the meeting of everybody. So what Teresa will try to do in the next month is get a time where all of us can meet. We'll post that meeting just for the nail salons, discuss that, and then have more information at our next. I was just saying that the next meeting would be Tuesday, August 16th, and Roberta will not be available that Tuesday.
Okay.
So, and there's stuff that we need to discuss where we need all 3 members
You don't have, you're not restricted to
to just.
Tuesday night.
Right.
You can have it anytime you want, just
So
publicly
what we'll do is,
advertise it, that's all.
I don't know when our next meeting will be yet, but we'll come up with a date that works for everybody. and we'll post it on the website, okay? So it won't be the 16th, that's all.
All the Tuesdays are full,
All the other Tuesdays are full?
so you're looking at probably Thursday.
Well,
Except for the first Wednesday, you can do Wednesdays,
I can't do Wednesdays.
or Thursdays.
it doesn't have to be televised, it doesn't have to be, but
Thursdays, yeah, I could do Thursdays. I know you could do Thursdays, you can do Thursdays.
I
We can find,
Wednesday.
well, Thursdays are difficult for you guys.
Even if you wanted to
Well,
meet during the
actually,
day.
make it work.
You could do the fourth Tuesday of the month, just notify the library that you're gonna be after them, so they don't run long.
Okay, well, we'll make those, thank you. Fourth Tuesday or Thursday, and we'll come up with something.
We could do like a lot of other towns, you would have daytime or early evening meetings, 5 o'clock or something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah, once we can get in touch with Ted again, we'll set up a time. All right, number 6 is Leone's Brick Oven Pizzeria status update. Last month they did appear before us and we did shut them down. We just wanted to update that this month we did, I went out with Tom, not last Friday, the Friday before, and we did a re-inspection. They met everything that they were supposed to. We did the re-inspection. Everything was very good. They're right up there where they need to be, and they did reopen, and so they're doing very well. And hopefully, their business is picked right back up.
Just, if I may, just
Sure.
just as a recap for any interested parties, what it was the people working there had a problem with trying to stay in compliance, and the best solution at that point is to send them all out and have them all re-educated with serve safe and food handling practices, and not only just one person. We ended up doing the whole staff. We made them do the whole staff, and it was amazing the difference when we went in there. Jen and I had been in there a couple of occasions before. I mean, you could even see it on their face. They were more confident. They knew what they were doing. They were confident what they had done, and they realized that they had made a lot of mistakes before, and they were up and running and proud of what they did.
Yeah.
So
Most definitely.
that was a plus.
They did a good job. Very happy. Okay. Moving on, number 7 is proposed private cemetery regulations. I just will let everyone know that we did receive from the Friends of Corbin Road a list of recommendations that they are putting forward to us for consideration into the recommendations for the guidelines of cemeteries. Unfortunately, we won't be discussing it. I did not find out until yesterday that my other board member had something that he was going to be away for, so it's not something that we want to discuss with just 2 of us. We want to make sure we have our full board going forward to recommending everything. It's just, that's the way.
Would you be open to additional suggestions?
Not tonight.
Okay.
Basically, we're going to table it till next month
Okay.
because I don't have him here, and we just want to be sure that we handle everything exactly proper, the way we should. And Roberta's not familiar. This is only her 2nd meeting, so I feel it's unfair for her to throw her into everything, just saying, okay, it's just you and me, let's vote on this. I really want it to be 3 members so that we have everything. But by all means, if you have anything, send them over to Teresa, drop them by, and we'll have them for whenever we make the next month meeting. Most definitely.
I do have a question though. So, I don't want to planning board if we ever, when I was on it, if we ever had to change, we had to hold public hearings and stuff. With the Board of Health, are you actually going to eventually hold a public hearing on any proposed cemetery regulation that you adopt, or do you have the ability to simply adopt them as the board?
As the Board of Health, we have the right to adopt cemetery guidelines, but we are going forward, going through town council, just
Yeah.
making sure
Yeah.
all the i's are dotted, all the t's are crossed, everything's done properly. And it's our rules and it's a Board of Health regulation that we're adopting.
Yeah, okay.
So that's what we're looking.
If I may, Madam Chairman, the beautiful part of Board of Health and doing regulations is that it can be changed in a heartbeat. You don't have to go back to town meeting and make it a town meeting vote and all of that. We can handle it at the Board of Health level. Certainly, we have to hold a public notification and a comment period and all of that stuff. There's a proper procedure for it, and yes, the public can get involved in it. But if we find that something is either too easy or too difficult, and we want to rewrite the regulation or modify the regulation, it's something that doesn't go on for a year or 2 years to try to do. We can do it from meeting to meeting or over a period of a couple of months. It's a lot easier to adopt regulations at this level than it is to put a bylaw together. Now, if you find that you did something incorrect in a bylaw, everybody's hands are tied for a year. You got to wait for another town meeting in order for something like that to happen. That's the beauty of regulations. Regulations we can move on the fly. When we have a problem, we can adopt, jump in, and do something instead of planning something a year or two down the road for whatever project you want to have. One of the things that I'd suggest is that if anybody has any comment, the friends of of Corbin Road area or any other interested parties, submit anything in writing as a written suggestion. Then it eliminates a lot of the redundancy and beating the same old dead horse. Everybody wants to see this and everybody wants to see that. And if we've already got it, then there's no need to belabor the subject.
Through the chair, do you mind if I just give you this?
Yeah, you can give them
right
to
now?
our secretary,
Yep,
and she'll
I have a
just,
copy
by all means,
for
yeah.
each of you there.
She'll
to help
distribute
you
them
for
to us.
discussion and-
thank you. We appreciate anything.
And just in case you want an electronic version, it's basically what I did is I took, kind of the best bylaws within the Commonwealth and within the country and read the bylaw or regs.
All right.
Just a citizen.
May I ask, what is your name, sir?
John Fryer,
And your address?
16 Flaxfield Road.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I just had a question for Mr. Purcell. So if you adopt whatever regulations you think are appropriate, is there a higher power in the town that has to oversee these and give you their blessing?
No.
No attorney general?
Oh yeah, well, the Attorney General, anytime that the Board of Health makes regulation, it has to be approved by the AG's office.
That's what I thought.
And all they do is, they don't try to tell you what you can and can't do, what's good and what's bad for the town. What they tell you is whether you can legally do what you want to do or not. There are an awful lot of things that some towns, they make stricter regulation than the state, which goes on all the time. And as long as they have the power and the right to do it, there are certain statutes and regulations that allows a free hand to the Board of Health and also the state's position on home rule. And again, you can, if you wanted to, you could go to the town bylaw bit. The town bylaw, it's a nice thing, but it's very cumbersome to move on the fly with issues. Unfortunately, I think that if some people don't trust the Board of Health, then they want to trust another board, like an elected board, the Board of Selectmen, who could change on an annual basis, and then make their position subject to the will of the people. That goes on all the time. That's no secret, what goes on in general government. But again, I think that a lot of people either have to provide input and have trust in the Board of Health that we have the town's best interest at heart. Not letting people run roughshod, but we have to be fair. People demand to be heard, then we have to listen to them. if the town and the Board of Health or the townspeople, I mean, this is an elected Board of Health. If you don't like the way that the members of the Board of Health are doing things, you can always vote them out of office. Several towns have done that. Board of Health gets a little aggressive in other communities on maybe upset some businessmen or do this or do that, and all of a sudden people are getting fired. Or they're getting voted out, or they're getting, as you see in some of the towns, recalled. So
is my understanding correct that the board is actually contemplating codifying a lot of its past practices and actually coming up with a comprehensive set of rules and regs?
that's,
Has been discussed month after month after month, the board
Yeah.
is coming up with cemetery rules and regulations. But nothing will be discussed tonight because I don't have my third member, that's all. We want to be, and that's why by all means, I did get, I made sure Teresa made copies for everybody of the information you passed on, and it's time to give the member who couldn't be here tonight a chance to review everything and discuss it, have much more in-depth discussion next month. Yep.
Through the chair, would it be okay if I just read that so that it's a matter of public record?
It is a matter of public record. Anything that you hand to us,
But for
it's a matter of
the
public
viewing
record.
audience to hear.
we're just trying to not discuss it tonight because,
I wasn't going to discuss it.
no, I understand that. My goal is to table it till next month.
Okay.
And when we table an item, we really don't discuss it just because all this is going to come back up again next month because he's not going to have heard any of it. Because I don't believe he's going to have a chance to even watch the meeting, to be honest. He's going to come in looking to, knowing that I explained to him that where he wasn't here, we were tabling it, we weren't going to discuss anything, nothing. So
it can be read at the next meeting?
yes, yep. Okay, so Teresa, on the agenda next month, we'll table everything from this till next month. Okay, not on the agenda, but I do have to,
Jennifer,
yep,
one quick question.
yep.
Based on a timeline, what are you anticipating the board to make a presentation on that? Right.
We're hoping by next month.
Okay.
It depends on what comes up, and things have happened where I haven't been able to be around, he hasn't been able to be, just,
Understood.
So
I certainly understand, and I understand your concern about having a full.
I just won't do anything without the three of us.
I'm just more concerned about timeline as we get prepared to get into the fall
Yep.
and stuff like that. So.
Oh, no, we're trying to get through it as efficiently as possible, without shortcutting anything.
Thank you.
Yep. So Teresa, one more thing that we have to put on is the health agent report. It has to be a listed agenda item just for next month. Tom, I will interject it for health agent report. Do you have anything of?
and one thing I just wanted to mention, we're starting to receive complaints about and some concerns about mosquitoes and mosquito havens, if you want to call it that. Although the town does not participate in the mosquito control program that's provided by the Commonwealth. There are several things that individual homeowners can do, and all homeowners should do, and pay attention to around their properties. First of all, any mosquitoes, obviously, they need standing water. They want standing water that is not running, brooks and all of that are pretty much not a problem. But rain barrels, tires, old bags, any containers, bird baths, troughs of any type, gutters that need to be cleaned, anything that holds water or breeding grounds, swimming pools if they're out of service, are good havens for mosquitoes. In light of, again, Zika is not a real issue up in this part of the country, as far as from the mosquitoes themselves. But Triple E and West Nile virus are very definite problems or potential problems in the area, and should be addressed. So with any stagnant water, you should either do one of two things: either empty them. If you have tires and a load of tires and stuff, take the tires, make sure there's no water in them, put them in a plastic bag so that they can't collect water. That's a prime haven for them. Rain barrels, the same thing. If you have other items that hold water, you should either empty them or treat them. Now, you can go to hardware stores and they have what they call mosquito biscuits. There's a formula for one biscuit for every 100 square feet. And what it is a surface active agent that does not allow the eggs to raft. And so the mosquitoes don't, what will happen is the rafting will break apart and the eggs will sink and then they won't breed. They won't be able to breed. So it's important that all of the water supply, the stagnant water sources and all, to the best of your ability, are taken care of. As far as the town going in and doing enforcement, that can't happen. We don't go into properties and demand somebody empties their rain barrels or clean the gutters on their houses or get rid of the puddles that are out in the backyard. Abandoned properties may be a little bit of a different situation. We may end up taking whatever measures we need to protect the town, but the mosquito control program is more of a 100% participation by all the citizens of the community. Just watch out for what you've got. Make sure that you don't have standing water. Your mosquitoes will be at a minimum. I'm not going to say they're going to go away, but if you can hold them down to a minimum. If you do have to have activity where mosquitoes are a problem, mosquitoes are the biggest nuisance and threat are from sundown to sun up. During the day is not as much of a problem unless you get into a well-shaded area that's very damp. Then you might be having a problem. But in your backyard or on your decks or out at the pool during the day is not a problem. So. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So just helpful hints.
I appreciate that, thank you. All right, moving on. Anything under old business? Okay. Anything under new business?
I did talk to a couple of communities about the body works and massage. What some of the communities have done is they've taken the state regulations for massage and eliminated the exclusion for body works facilities, and they've now incorporated those as part of it, and then they're going to start regulating all of these facilities on their own at a local level. It's something that needs to be addressed because the body art facilities are, I'm sorry, body works facilities, not body art. Body works facilities are doing everything except the word massage. They're doing Reiki and Tai Nui and whatever. There's a whole list of exemptions, and they're working under that guise. But when you read what each one of the processes is, it's touching, rubbing, and manipulating of soft tissue, and the movement of joints and all of that, which is the same thing as massage therapy. So, and there's a lot of problems that accompany that type of a trade. I'm not saying it's only a minority right now, but there are some real issues that are attached to those practices at this point.
Okay.
And the state's having a difficult time policing all of the facilities.
So it's something we definitely want to have.
So it's something we should be very definitely looking at as well.
Okay.
And again, this is something that we can respond to in fairly rapid fashion. So.
Okay, so we'll have that as an agenda item for next month as well. Okay. Any other new business? No? Okay. I'll entertain a motion.
To adjourn.
Oh,
Yeah,
to adjourn?
yeah.
Okay, motion to adjourn.
Okay. I have a motion, I'll second it. I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye. Motion to adjourn at 6:55.